Hey, what's up, my little tattletales? How y'all doing today? What's up, Sussex squad? Welcome to the Con of a Nation. Let me just see if I can get some lighting going on here. You guys, did you guys watch the Con of Nation? What did you guys think? Listen, I know I was supposed to do a fashion roast and do it live, but honestly, as soon as I saw people start to arrive, I said, these fashions are as dry as saltines and just as sell. Y'all, you guys, listen. It was Archie's birthday. King Charles was being petty. He wanted to get that dig in at Harry and Meghan, and he ended up playing himself. It was hailing last night, right? Hardly in well, I don't want to say hardly anybody showed up, but the turnout for a monarch being crowned was a very small one. It could be that people were still grieving his mother. That could still be it, right? Charles was in here making a fool of himself. Jesus wept. Diana was throwing hail down from the shower. Kate was being a mean girl. Do you not realize what Kate? She is absolutely miserable. I mean it. She's absolutely miserable. I thought that she always just used to bully Meghan. Kate delights in bullying whoever's around her. I have a video of her trying to bully Sophie, even though I will say Sophie probably deserves it because, like, imagine literally on your knees begging and scraping. Right? What's up, Sussex Squad? I'll get to the chat in a second. Imagine being on your knees, begging and scraping for approval and acceptance. You finally get it. It is the bootleg version of it. And you still got to kiss Kate's butt. Everybody's acting like Meghan's the problem. Kate is the problem. But also, y'all, Jesus wept. No, literally, Jesus wept. Diana was throwing hail from the heavens. If you guys don't know, it was hailing in the UK, and not a little cute hail, if there's ever a thing, but like literally fire and brimstone. It was raining all day today. The king wanted this huge military like flyover salute to come from like the east or something. Instead, it came from the west. You guys, I will say that one thing happened with this coronation because they threw it together so quickly. Charles could have chilled and accepted his crown next year. Now, I do want to say this. I mean, the way things are going, Charles and Camilla might not be here next year. I'm just saying. I'm just saying the way they were moving in those crowns, who knows? So I see the fact that he was like, why wait? Like tomorrow's not promised. And that's true. And he's been waiting all his life. But you could tell that this was thrown together so haphazardly. It had no panache, it had no style. People were dressed in smart business casual suits. Most of the fashion came from the visiting royalty from overseas and the heads of state. I will say this, right? And this is just my personal opinion. How can you, and this is my personal opinion, how can you be cool with the people that enslaved your ancestors? I'm being serious. And don't get me wrong, of course, I'm Black, right? America, woo, 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 woo. Most of, right? Big history with slavery. We wrote the book on cruelty. But it'd be different. We changed the face of it. Okay. We're not talking about systematic racism, but we changed the face of it. Imagine people getting dressed up as our slave masters, down to the wigs filled with lice, right? Scabs on the head from all their ST. They were vile creatures, right? Imagine people getting dressed up as the people who enslaved us, reenacting all the pomp and circumstance of what? The slave market? Down to the nitty gritty. Nothing's changed since I enslaved your great grand. And imagine showing up as a head of state and applauding. I don't want to judge, but I am judging. That what? Are people that desperate to be next to the hand of power? Maybe I can say this because I'm so far from the nexus of power, it doesn't matter. Are you that desperate to be next to the hand of power that you would like, yuck, it's disgusting. And not only that, This is in Britain from 1942 that were calling like or 60 that was calling the shots, and the EU was like in 80s begging, "Hey, we have this idea called the EU, but you're such a powerful currency and we're all poor. Could you maybe come in?" This isn't the Britain that was like, "Old Britannia." This is the broken down, broke back mountain, soggy, apple eating, horsey faced Camilla and Charles monarchy. This is post Brexit or something that, and this is why they voted for Brexit. Because in their minds, they're like, "Oh, we're still the ish." I'm going to get into the fashion world in a second, but let me get on let me get on my soapbox. I'm not done, right? Here, I'm like that person screaming at the town square, "Harry, Harry, let us all agree," right? But honestly, this is why this little pomp and circumstance that took over, this BS, we put a visual so y'all can feel me. This little pomp and circumstance, this BS that took over, right? This is the reason that Brexit was voted on. This is the reason those fools thought that they had a pot to in. So help me, whatever. This is the reason. Because the way they're in their minds, you're like, "Wait, but we did enslave your ancestors and whatnot. We got the Colnair Diamond. We got the British National Museum. We got all your treasures. And guess what? And y'all still gonna show up and y'all still gonna come." And they did. But Britain took that same thing and was like, "Yeah, that's right. We're still the ish. We want everybody out because y'all just trying to steal from us." And look what happened. They are in a recession, a food shortage. I feel sorry for anyone that's not a monarchist because these idiots literally drove this country, that country into the ground just off of what? Racism, anti everybody, classism, elitism. The roosters have come home to nest. Forget about coming home. The roosters have broken out of their rooster pen and they are now attacking the townspeople. Listen, listen, I get that those countries are in the Commonwealth, so they have to show up for those events. But I want to say this, you guys realize that how much the Commonwealth pays to the UK? The Commonwealth paid for that. The UK government needs the Commonwealth. I would not show up. I would not show up. I wouldn't show up. I get it, they're a part of it, but the Commonwealth can leave at any time. What's the UK going to do? Stop giving them aid? Stop giving them social programs, stop helping them. The UK turned their back on every Commonwealth country. The only time the Commonwealth countries needed them, which was during the panini bread epidemic. I don't want to get demonetized. The UK turned their back on every single Commonwealth country, wouldn't give them a penny, wouldn't give them any relief, wouldn't give them any aid. At that point, the Commonwealth countries, which is why Barbados, Jamaica, all of them are like, "Yeah, we're out." They realize it's a one-way situation. We've been paying off of this pipe dream that we're on this together. Then the only time we ever ask you to help us, you turn your backs on us and say there's not enough. How dare you lowly people try to take what we've earned? And the Commonwealth is like, "What you earned, we gave that. That sugar that Camilla eats to rot her teeth, we made that. What you earned." Again, I understand it's geopolitical. I understand this, but let's all say that people are desperate to sit at the mouth of power. What's comical and ironic is these people have no more power. Again, I don't want to say no more. It's archaic power. It is fast. It's fast crumbling. The UK's finances, that Brexit deal is going to take them. Not don't listen. Don't listen to what people tell you. Go to listen to what the economists tell you. Anybody that knows anything about numbers, the UK has screwed itself. It's going to take them at least 8, 9, 10 years to climb out of this mess. They are going back into Dickinsonian times. Don't believe it if they tell you it's not true. This isn't even my opinion. This is what every economist told them was going to happen. They didn't care. How dare these immigrants take our money and jobs? Like literally. And I'm not talking about the whole country. Like, I have a lot of friends in the UK. Please don't turn this into an anti-UK. No, this is an anti-royalist, monarchist, racism, elitism rant. Which is why I'm glad that Harry and Meghan left. I'm glad that they treated them like trash. I'm glad they disparaged them because you know what? Meghan being there would have extended this issue at least another 80 years. Meghan and her magic, it would have helped them move over another 80 years. And the way they glom on and steal everything from Meghan after they were done sucking her life force like the suffocates they are, right? They would have used that information to probably exist for another 100, years. So you know what? Everything happens for a reason. Harry and Meghan had their hearts broken, were used, were abused, were thrown out. But you know what? It's all in God's plan. I'm glad they did that. Because not only did it speed their decline, because now everybody looks at this and like, this is so stupid. It's not even youth. It's just like, this is the age of Aquarius. I don't know if you guys are into astrology. If you're not, I'm not going to go on an astrology rant, right? But I think that we can all pretty much agree that like being better than other people is not in. Elitism is not in. Look what I have and you don't. That's no longer in. We are literally going back to the times of let them eat cake in the guillotine. If you guys don't believe it, watch to see what happens in the world economy in the next 2 years, especially in the rich nations. The very, very wealthy know. That's why the king and them, they sat there and they hide their money. They won't give a penny because they don't want to remind people how much they have. We are in the age that idol worship, hero worship is no longer in. And the fact that and also that coronation did not cost 100 million. That coronation costed 250 million. Hey, what's up, Fly Girl 157 517? Thank you so much for this super chat. I appreciate that, right? That coronation cost 250 million because Charles, right? Because this fool on the balcony had the nerve to say that Monday, first of all, he wanted everybody to volunteer themselves for free. That family is worth 80 billion. If you don't know how much $1 billion is, I feel like most people don't, go watch this YouTube video of how much $1 billion is. They say that like 100,000 is one rice grain, right? One rice grain is 100,000. And $1 billion is like 32 10-pound sacks of rice. Sacks of rice. That's $1 billion. This country, that family is worth $80 billion. Do you know that family gets 25% of all tourism revenue? Do you know they get a cut of all tax dollars? Do you know that any laws that threaten their wealth and their accountability, they have first draw? I get it. I know when people are like, oh, they've never vetoed a law. They don't have to because they see the laws even before they're put in front of the parliament. So they don't have to veto a law. They help write the laws. Just like Queen Elizabeth, the one that everyone's like, oh my God, but we love her. She's everybody's grandmother. Everybody's grandmother literally said that she didn't want any blacks or minorities working in her Kensington Palace. And guess what? They're still exempt. She changed the law so they would be exempt from making sure that you had to have people that reflected the nation. This is what that pageant upholds. It is gross. It is sick. People like the British culture is like, oh, but that's our culture. Your culture is blood on the hands. Every diamond, every robe, every satchel, everything I see is nothing but the blood of my ancestors, your ancestors, 80% of the world's ancestors. Stolen. The fact that at the British Museum, every country is like, can we get back our precious artifacts? We didn't donate anything to you. You came, you raped, you pillaged, you took. We'd like it back. The diamonds in their crown, they're still arguing over it and they won't give it back. They made up a dumb lie that Prince Charles was going to do a commission on slavery to see their role. We don't need a study to see your role on racism. You guys are the OG racism. You guys actually wrote books on how to enslave that the Americans read and then doubled up on that. What do you mean your role? You guys started it. You guys are it. And please don't come into the chat saying, oh, this is wrong. No. we're not even going to get into that, but there's differences. Even though it's called the same thing, it kept ramping up in cruelty. Everything the British government has, everything the British Museum has, everything the royal family has is awash in blood. That is the way it took. It either came by blood or by right. They had no right. It was all blood. So, with that said, let's watch these colonizers delight in their all white balcony. And again, I am happy. I support Harry and Meghan, and I'm glad they left. And if Harry and Meghan were still in the royal family, I would be dragging them. If you guys haven't figured out, I am an anti monarchist, I am anti elitism, baby. I am literally, I am an anarchist at heart. It must be egalitarian. Your heart, your mind, and what you contribute makes you your legacy. That still does not make you royalty. Just because someone is a good person and maybe gives to the poor, that still doesn't put you above the person that chooses to stay home. Nobody is above anybody. We can laugh at the absurd. My channel is laughing at the absurd. I find celebrity absurd. I find it absurd that people defend their idols. You could argue that celebrity is royalty in America, and it doesn't come from a place of malice. It comes from a place of like, what the heck is wrong with some of you guys? I really do think that sometimes you can tell whose parents' mother was drinking and smoking during pregnancy, and I'm not joking. And I'm like, but then again, I don't even want to say that because I feel like there are a lot of bots. It's okay, but to idolize people that killed, raped, and pillaged, that set up colonial systems of colorism and self-hate, that in every major country where there are people that have any type of melanin, those hurtful ties we still see to this day. Think about it. We see what's going on with India and colorism. Actually, all of Europe, Latin America, colorism. America, it's a bit different, but still colorism. The poison these people have. There was just like sisters. Ugh, I can't. I can't. Let's just drag them. Because the good thing is God is good all the time. You might have every single diamond in the world, but baby, you're gonna need it to cover up from that face. I'm just saying, genetics don't lie. Imagine the people with the weakest genetics in the world. I'm being serious. There's a reason, not Kate so much. She's aging a little bit better, but imagine the royal family, the people across all of Europe with the weakest genetics in the world because of their pathological need for elitism, right? Sitting there and imagine, it's like, even like, I mean, no lie, you guys, I'm not going to speak for all Indian people, right? I can't. But from my Indian friends that I know, it's like they said when they were younger, people that had horsey faces were more sought after than the beautiful women that were around them. I go to India and I'm like, wow, everybody is drop dead gorgeous, but they want the rooted horsey face right there. Why? Because it looks like power. Again, this is all vicinity to power, and that's what the people in the UK thought that they were flexing for Brexit. That's what this is all about. Again, I will say it once, I'm saying it again. After watching this ish show, and I'm glad he put it on Archie's birthday to try to be ignorant and rude. God don't like ugly. That's why your parade literally got rained on, Charles. Behold. Look at God's grace. Your parade literally got rained, or you could have picked any other day. Probably Monday. It's going to be a sunny day. I know it's sunny in California, but I will say it once and for all. I'm glad, even though I'm not happy. I don't delight in the way that what Meghan and Harry had to experience. No, but I do think that it was the greatest blessing because this ship was sinking, and they would have used Meghan to keep it afloat, right? And cast her aside as soon as they could. This rejection is protection. Not only did they expose themselves to be disgusting in an age and a generation, millennials are not going for that. What is it? Gen Z is not going for that. Gen X is not even going for that, right? But as and their kids and Gen Z's kids are not gonna go for that. It's disgusting. It's vile. It's just ugh, it's disgusting. Listen, li- listen. They said the fly paths look like colored chemtrails in the gray sky over his foolish idol worshiping peasants. I just can't imagine. You know what I can't imagine? And maybe it's because of the way my parents raised me, right? Tisa's mama was a big anarchist. And so was Tisa's daddy to a certain point, right? Um, Imagine sitting here, paying my bills, working, doing this, and I look up at someone that your only job is to talk to as peasants so you can coordinate how we can, because that's all altruism is with rich people. You know that, right? See, here's the thing. When people have money, the reason they keep it so quiet is because a lot of people that were raised like me and think like me are saying, "What you mean we don't have any? We don't have any food. We don't have any water. We don't have any gas. What? Why are y'all crying? Those people up there in that big house on the hill, they have enough food, water, and gas for all of us. Let's go take it. Oh, but you can't. Why not? God put this on earth. Why not? Why not? We can go take it. Why are we crying? The whole town can eat. The whole city, the whole country, the whole nation can eat. Let's just go take what they got. They don't want to share, so we'll take it. That's the way I think. And honestly, that's the type of thinking that they hate. So what do? When we start getting hungry and we start saying, "Oh my God, like we're so hungry. We just need help." Instead of them reaching into their pockets and helping, they go out in their expensive clothes that, we pay for, by the way. They go out in their expensive clothes with their plastered on Botox faces. I'm being real, right? Because visually, and everybody knows this, people trust people that they find to look healthy. It's not about attraction. People actually find what makes people so attractive is the fact they look healthy. That they look healthy. People look at health, you must be vigor. It's an evolutional thing. So you have clear skin, you have bright eyes, you look fit, right? Even if you have a sparkle in your eyes, if you're older, doesn't matter, it looks healthy. So they spend all this money to look healthy so they can look like, oh, evolutionary, they can register. And they come out in their clothes that we paid for, from their houses that we pay for, from their expenses that we pay for. And they say, people, I'm sorry, peasants, we hear some of you are hungry. We hear some of you guys are cold. We hear some of you are without housing. Sit down and let's discuss how you guys can better allocate your resources so that there is no hungry. That's all rich altruism is. It's reallocation of working class resources because the poor are too stupid to do it themselves, so that rich people never reach for their pocket. Even in America, we have that. Even though we are slowly turning into an oligarchy, let me just say, and then we'll get into the roast, right? We're slowly turning into oligarchy where corporations, yeah, it's not families. I know the definition of oligarchy, but corporations run everything. So what happens with that, right? You notice that whenever it's war, everybody has to go. Tax dollars have to go. But what are most of our wars for? Oil, land, resources that corporations need, that business people need, that people that control the money need. Every single time it's time for us to fight war over oil or land with oil or something that corporations need to exploit, everybody has to jump in. Do you know when it's time for people to pull themselves up by their bootstraps, right? There's always money for police. There's always money for the military, always money for this. Do you know what we need to pull our bootstraps up? Healthcare, schooling, that type of stuff. Again, when the rich need something, there's this big PR campaign for everybody. Society, we need the tax dollars. When regular people need something, that's your own. How dare you ask? That's disgusting. Look what happened to the bailout. Every corporation in America dipped in, got crazy amounts of bailout. And we were begging for $600 a week. That lasted until the last bailout and the last fund was given out, and as soon as the corporations had feasted, and it was the largest wealth transference of our time, the largest and quickest transference of wealth to the 1%. As soon as they were done gorging themselves on our hard-earned dollars, they cut off the pandemic relief. Again, it was just a distraction, but my whole point is they suck. This is ridiculous. But that said, we are here to be lighthearted and roast the ridiculous. All right. Let's go here. Listen, Harry did walk in tall and strong with great swag while looking at those like he had issue on them. Well done. Happy birthday, Archie. Prince Archie Harrison Mountbatten Windsor. See you in Major, Johnny. Listen, somebody said at least celebrity have a sort to earn it. Besides models, singers, and actors have to be hit with the people. Yeah, most Nepo, but unlike royalty, the leg up is practicing since a young age. Listen, celebrity is 100% better than royalty because at least we have our choice. It's only when celebrities start acting like they're royalty that we're just like, what are you doing? But again, I can't imagine people dressing up like we're at the slave chatels and you are like the people that enslaved my thing and me showing up and paying homage. I don't care if I'm a head of state. I'll tell you who's not there. I'll tell you who's not there. I'll tell you who's not there. I want Mr. Joe Biden. Remember when Joe Biden said, what? I'm Irish. What are you talking about? Joe Biden, he sent Jill just to be polite. Joe Biden, he's an American to his heart. He walks it like I talk it. You really think I'm going to go and pay homage? First of all, we fought a war with you. We don't even F with you like that. I don't know why the Tories are like, America and Britain has a special relationship. We are raised in school that the first thing we know in history is that you guys hated us. We couldn't like you. You guys were so unfair. You guys suck. You guys, everything that the British government, and when I say British government, I mean the monarchy, not the government, but the monarchy stands for. We are indoctrinated from a young age in America to be like, that is ridiculous. That like, this cannot be. Now, I know we have our own issues, but we're not talking about the US right now. We're talking about the UK. Yes, we have our own issues, right? But I'm talking about the UK being like they have a special, we don't like the monarchy. We are raised not to like the monarchy. I do want to say this, that with the monarchy, imagine somebody telling you that their blood makes you better than them. It is that premise is what every bad thing all over the world stems from. Some people deserve health care. Some people don't. Some people deserve to live. Some people don't. Some people deserve rights. Some people don't. It's all in the blood, don't you know? God ordained us to treat you bad. And maybe if you work hard, grovel hard, kiss the rings hard enough, you can get. This is ridiculous. Harry did, again, celebrity is better than any sort of monarchy because at least it is more egalitarian. But I will just say, this is like disgusting. It is, look at this. Disgusting. And this is the last thing I'll say before we get to the fashion rolls. These people are also morally bankrupt. Do you not think? The funny thing is, I think that's why Camilla's sitting there like, do you probably know how many indignities and humiliations Camilla had to suffer to get here? I mean it. Do you think that it's just limited to Andrew in the fact that people that have that type of money, wealth, and power, they really do think they're ordained by God? Do you understand the crazy, morally decrepit things that happen? No, I'm not saying everybody's morally decrepit. I'm saying that if they chose to be, there is no bounds. Charles is not just the king, he is the king. I don't even know how many disgusting things Camilla had to do, see, observe, clean up. Literally. I know we look at them as like, ew, like cold, lumpy bowls of unflavored oatmeal that's just coagulated, but they have power. Please, I want to see the Kensington Palace for how many sweet young things came in to see Auntie Camilla and Uncle Charles. I'm not even joking. You know what they say? Morals are for the poor. Rules are for the poor or the working class. People with that type of money will do as they please. And they do. Listen, He said, "You wish it was William and Kate, they would have modernized the full palace." I don't think so. This is William, right, is a Tory to his heart. William thinks, acts, and colludes with those old men in gray that have no inkling of what's going on. William and Kate do not want to uh, 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 modernize the monarchy. William has said so many tone deaf, elitist, racist things. William and Kate want to glide by. They think that it's their birthright, right? They think that this is all their birthright. They think there's no point in even showing up to work. Again, I'm just glad Harry and Meghan left. They would have used them and thrown them away, but I'm glad that they left. Well, were thrown out, fled. Wasn't the best of circumstances, but rejection is always protection. Listen, here's the thing. So let's get into this, right? So here's the king and queen. They're wearing probably like an endangered panther or something, that a woolly mammoth that's extinct, I'm guessing, right? Camilla, now here's the funny thing, right? When I was saying that Kate is still probably a mean girl, because let's go through this, right? Sophie's trying to talk to Kate. We're going to zoom in on that later. Here is the next in line. Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny that Harry couldn't be on the balcony because he's not a working royal? Who are these chaps right there? I see the future king of England. I see maybe the future king of England's illegitimate brother, if you believe the Rose Hanbury stories. But yeah, Harry couldn't be on the balcony, but all of Camilla's children and grandchildren are there. Do you think they're trying to tell us something? Do you think they're trying to tell us that they are working royals now? And I'm saying, keep your eye on this prize. This is Camilla's goal. Here is Calmilla, the Rottweiler, right? This is the future of the monarchy. Do you see how Will and Kate are all in a corner? Yeah. Go ahead and wave. Go ahead and wave. So there's this one interaction I want to show you guys between Sophie and Kate. I think I slowed it down and caught it. Hold on, guys. It's coming in a second. All right. So they're all fake smiling. Kate just can't get along with anyone. Hold on, y'all. We're going to get to this moment in a second. Look at this mess. Future working royals. Oh, William, you fool, you fool, you fool. And you probably think that you'll get them to do your heavy lifting and you'll still get all the benefits. That's not how life works, young William. That is not how life works. Okay, so this is this special moment, and we can find it. Where is it? Camilla. Oh, look. Shut up. Okay, here we go. So, is it right here? So Sophie's trying to talk to Kate. Kate is also, we're going to talk about the fashion world. Kate is ridiculous. Kate literally showed up in a crown of silver bullion flowers that looks like a tiara. Kate is obsessed, but again, that's all she has is her clothes. That's how she asserts power, which is sad because she's always looking like she's like one of the it girls from like 2001. Okay, here we go, right? So Sophie's trying to be very nice to Kate. And they all have to do fake smiles, right? Kate literally waves Sophie off like, "Can you get out of here?" And Sophie rolls her eyes so hard. I'm convinced that, first of all, this is what Sophie deserves, but Kate just doesn't play well with others. Look at this mess. Look. Did you guys catch the eye roll? I'll do a video about it and zoom in, but there was most definitely an eye roll. The fake smile, look, ha, and then she has to roll her eyes because Kate just can't play nice with everyone. All right, y'all, let's get into this fashion roast. Okay, first we have Charles, right? Um, uh, this is first we have Charles. I mean, Charles is a bit of a tragic figure, don't you think? He waited all his life and was punished for the woman he loves. Now, let's forget that he picked a naive 9-year-old that his 50-year-old mother lover wanted to, so they could like kowtow her and she would just become like basically a broadmare while they carried on, right? And he couldn't stand her and he was so angry. Charles is a weak man. You're mad because you had to marry Diana, but you didn't have to marry Diana. You could have married Camilla. You chose not to. Camilla got married to someone else and then she manipulated you. If you could think about this, this could be Camilla's greatest revenge. Camilla had her whole bloodline, even her husband was there. That's right. I'm not mad at Camilla. That's how you do it. Like if you are going to have to lick on and kiss on that, you better get a nation from it. Okay, so listen, right? Um, so here's Charles wearing probably some extinct woolly mammoth power. Listen, even the fact that they don't realize fur, why didn't you say you could have even lied like everyone else and been like, this isn't real fur. This is fake fur. Anyway, he's here with the bows and ribbons. He's a bit of a tragic figure. In the fact that let's be real, they waited so long to put him on the throne as punishment for the damage he did to the monarchy. I do believe that Queen Elizabeth should have stepped down 30 years ago. Instead, she died on the throne. Okay. Now you have Charles. Charles is too old to rule. He's too out of touch. And the sad thing is they did it this, and this is what the monarchy always does. You guys did this FU to destroy Charles, and it worked. He felt that. You got that one in. But because of that, you guys literally destroyed the monarchy, right? You guys destroyed the monarchy from doing this because now William's going to be old. Everybody's going to be old unless they send George in with some poison in his pocket, Game of Thrones style, like the Red Wedding to get Charles and Camilla off the throne. I'm just saying, don't sleep. Okay, who do we have next? The head mistress in charge. Look at her. So elegant, so refined. So listen, Camilla is I will say one thing. I do admire Camilla the way that she was single-handedly focused and got her goals. She got it. She didn't care who she lied to, who she schemed, who manipulated. I'm not making moral judgments. I mean, you guys know I love making moral judgments, but Camilla got her goal. She is success. She never thought this day would happen. She didn't know that Charles would be such a patsy, but this day happened. Again, this day happened. Oddly enough, do you know that some of the anti-monarchy people were holding signs outside saying the people's princess with Meghan's face all over it? So this is Camilla. Listen, it's what Camilla always gives. I will say this. For Camilla, she looks nice, right? The whole little sari-inspired tunic dress always suits her. Again, it's plain, it's dry, it's stale. You guys, that's where we are. Her hair color looks like a pretty good hair color for her. It looks like she got some fresh Botox and she's wearing those stupid Mary Poppins shoes. Again, she looks dumb, but for her, she looks good. Let's go to the next person. I don't care about who embroidered it. Let's go to the next person. This is Katy Perry, right? With British Vogue, Edward Enninful. I don't want to make judgments on Edward, but again, I feel like every person in that is allowed next to the monarchy has to compromise themselves, and I feel like that goes even harder for people who are Black, African descent, Indian, Asian, Southeast Asian, mainland Chinese. I feel like they do have to compromise, and I feel like they have to take a million indignities. So congratulations to Edward for being the editor of Vogue. This is a war and a battle that he must fight every day. And I hope that he's still fighting. That's all I'm going to say about that. Katy Perry, she looks ridiculous, a hot mess. Like, just everything. The suit's not even fitting well. Katy Perry is ridiculous. She's wearing Vivienne Westwood. That said, I mean, this whole pomp and circumstance is ridiculous. Let me look at the comments. What do you guys think of Katy Perry's dress? I'm actually interested to know. Listen, Camilla's not going to prosper. Camilla's doing a victory lap. She wanted everybody to see that she is going to reign. She's not going to prosper. She is hated. This shows everybody. And imagine when you are in the fact that for the royal family, 250 million for a coronation is nothing. And they couldn't go into their pockets and pay for this, especially knowing they're getting 25% of the profits and that they wanted this. It's shameful. It's shameful. Charles wants everybody to volunteer for a life of service. Charles, you do not have a life of service. You are paid handsomely for showing up, doing nothing, nothing at all. Absolutely nothing. Anyway, let's move on. What do y'all think? Yeah, listen, Katy Perry looks okay, but it is definitely too tight in a lot of areas. I actually think it might be the fabric. The fabric to me looks very like Sears, Roebuck, JC Penney-ish. Do you know that stretch fabric that when you first start your first job, you can't afford anything better, or you got a job you don't give a F about, but that's me, but you gotta like wear business office clothes so you don't get like suits made out of quality fabrics. You get those type of suits that like the whole suit will cost you $40 and you throw that bad boy in the washing machine, 2 or 3 times a week and then hang it up and it has like no lining and like the shoulder pads are like halfway hanging on and you got to cut those out because who wears shoulder pads anymore? I know they're coming back then. This is what that dress reminds me of. This is what that fabric, I know it's Vivian Westwood, but this is what that fabric reminds me, right? It just looks like cheap fabric. But again, Charles and Camilla are cheap. So congratulations, Katie. Now, this is the moment we've been waiting for. This is Kate stunting out. And like any true stunt queen, Kate has this weird thing that she always wants to pull attention wherever she goes. And that's probably why she didn't like Meghan, because next to Meghan, Kate, stop it. Now, Kate does have, hey, what's up, Sarah? How are you, mama? Hinland Bowler, yes. Camilla is the OG homewrecker. What's up, Sarah? How you doing? Yeah. Okay, so here we have Kate. Now, Kate is a tragic figure that doesn't know she's won. And that is the ironic comedy of it all, right? Kate and this dumb, hold on. Oh, also, Harry's already left. I just got news notification. Harry left Harry left while they were on the monarchy, on the balcony. Harry was out. So Archie and Harry, expect some photos from Archie's birthday. Harry has left. But let's get into Kate, right? We'll talk about Harry's, I think, is next after this. So Kate is wearing an Order of the Garter. It is the highest honor. Thank goodness Queen Elizabeth gave this to her before she died. Now, why did she give it to her? Well, legend has it that when the Rose Hannerby affair happened, people are saying, again, this is all rumor and speculation, but people are saying one of the reasons it blew Kate away is Rose and Kate were very close. Kate was pregnant with Louis, but also they are saying that Rose's daughter looks like a twin with Charlotte. Kate found out about that, flipped. You can have outside chicks, not outside babies. This is the rumors, right? I don't know if they're true. If I found out they were true, they wouldn't be surprised. Kate literally was beside herself. Around that time, if you look at pictures of Kate looked like she was going through it and having a mental breakdown. I would actually feel sorry for Kate if she wasn't such a horrible person and likes to kick down, right? Some people get abuse and it makes them be like, I will never make anybody feel like that. And other people are like, yeah, who's next? Let's go. They join the bully crowd, right? Anyway, Queen Elizabeth always thought Kate was lazy, never gave her anything. Kate was actually very jealous that Meghan came in full of American work ethic, right? And Queen Elizabeth loved that because she's a little workhorse too, okay? She gave Meghan all these honors that Kate couldn't even get 6-7 years into their marriage. When Kate actually considering leaving William, or there was something very, very wrong. I think they actually ended up separating. Queen Elizabeth finally heaped all these awards on Kate, including the Royal Order of the Garter, which I believe is the highest order of the land. So Kate has something to wear. The funny thing is, when I saw this, I said, how dare the UK steal our flag colors? I'm just saying, I'm American. I've been indoctrinated that the British royal family are the devil incarnate, and they did not disappoint. Anyway, right? Kate's wearing her robes, which was good because she tried to have her out here in a Charlotte Russe. If you guys don't know what Charlotte Russe is, it's kind of like a mixture between Dorothy Perkins and Primark for the UK people. She tried to have her out there in a Charlotte Russe two-piece suit. People pushed back. Kate got to wear this. There was also rumors that Kate was wearing flowers in her hair. People are saying that's what she told Camilla in them so she could get by, right? Now, Kate did not lie. She is wearing a flower crown, but this flower crown actually looks like a crown. They even put silver bullion or lace or like string, but I don't know, jewelry stuff to make it look like there were diamonds sparkling in it. You know what I will say to this? Kate, you got that one off. I like the flower crown a lot. I actually bought something like this from Zara 2 seasons ago, right? You know Kate, right? But oh, what's this? Hold on. Okay. So, sorry guys. So, there was she did this. She looks like she's wearing a crown. You are pulling attention away from Camilla, right? First of all, I don't like Camilla, but Kate, like that's so rude. This is almost like when she wore cream to Megan's wedding. It's just rude, right? So you pulled attention away. You got a crown. You got approved by flowers, and you thought you did this. And you're wearing Diana's earrings as a f you to Camilla because Camilla has been cracking down. And I will say this, okay, Kate, you got that one off, but baby, you got to wake up tomorrow and you're living in Queen Camilla's. They actually removed the consort away from her name. So you're in Queen Camilla's land now. Kate, this was the dumbest decision. Let me explain why it's dumb. For you guys that you don't know, Rose Hannerbury, the woman that is alleged to be William's mistress, there hasn't, and to be the mother of William's second daughter, right? Again, I'm just telling you what the streets are about. We don't know if this is true or not, but just take it for what it's worth. Her husband, who used to be like the Duke of Chumley or whatever, that had a role as a counselor of the state. When Charles moved from Prince of Wales to King, his role got erased and there was a new one appointed. Charles took him in and he is now a lord in waiting. He will be at all the state dinners. What's more, Rose's little boys were actually in the coronation too, which leads me to believe, is that George's half brother? I mean it, because now I'm looking at all three of the kids. But at the end of the day, Camilla, who was very, very toxic and very cunning and very evil, let it be known that I will keep you on a short leash because, baby, I know all your secrets and I like to talk to the tabloids. Kate, I hope you had fun upstaging Camilla. You look great. The Botox is fresh, right? You said the coronation during Bill, Tina, lunar eclipse, astrological timing, herald the end of the monarchy. Let's give a shout out to the astrology girlies. It was written. It was written. Charles did it. But I do want to say this about Kate. Kate, you are so stupid. I hope you enjoyed this pulling attention, but that's all Kate has, showing up with a look, right? And congratulations, you upstaged an 80-year-old woman, Kate. Who dresses modestly to begin with. Oh, Camilla always dressed modestly, right? So it's not even like, and she had no fashion sense, right? So it's kind of like you upstage an 80-year-old woman who never really was a clothes horse, who always dressed modestly. Wow, Kate, congratulations. I hope it was worth it. She gonna pay for that. We are going to see in the next week or two what Camilla has planned for Kate. So congratulations. All right. I hope that dumb Zara flower crown was worth it. And I do want to say this. This does look like Zara. It does look like Misnomer, Midnight. What is it? Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil, right? It does look like a what is it? The Midsummer Dream, Midnight Dream. Why can't I think of that Shakespeare thing? Midsummer? Misnomer? No, what is it? Midsummer Night Dream? Is it Midsummer Night Dream? Listen, hey Danny, what's going on? I do not believe Kate dresses modestly. I think Kate does not dress modestly. We have a different idea what modest is, right? Kate dresses, first of all, Kate's a horrible dresser. Kate tries to be as sexy as she can. And I'm not faulting her because y'all know I don't care, right? I'm not like shaming her for that. Kate doesn't dress modest because the people I know that dress modest, you don't even know what their body looks like. Just like you don't know what Camilla's body looks like. Kate has a very she's very proud of her body, right? Even though I do think she should start eating. There were rumors that Kate has issues with food, and I do think that it's starting to show on her face. I think that's one of the reasons she aged so quickly, because she doesn't have royal blood. So there's no reason for you to be aging like buttermilk. And I know what you guys are saying. Kate's 40 years old. We all know 40-year-olds. They do not look like Kate. Kate's face is aging like buttermilk. It also might be old buttermilk, 3-week old buttermilk. It also might be the I don't know. I don't know, but I do know Midsummer Night Dream. There we go, right? Um, I'm just saying that Kate's crown, even though it was a big one up, haha, you're so clever, flowers. It does look like Zara. It does look like Black Swan. It does look like we are watching, like, your little cousin's ballet recital. I mean, again, but this is how low the bar is set for Kate. And I did get something like that from Zara 2 seasons ago. I think Zara is even still coming out with the little crown things, right? No, Michelle, they are not told what to wear. They are not told. There is a dress code. They are not told what to wear. They are told what they cannot wear, right? But they're not told what to wear. So they said no crowns, no jewels, no that, but they were not told what to wear. That crown on Kate's head, she really thought she did something. She really thought she did something. And she did. You unleashed that Rottweiler. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Who do we have, right? Oh, that's more Kate. Again, I think it's very rude. I'm not stumping for Camilla because I can't stand her, but I do think it's very, very rude what Kate wore. They even had the puff pieces already written. When I was going through this, they were like, "Oh my God, Kate stuns in a white McQueen with gold beading," and I'm like, "You can't even. She hasn't even taken her cloak off. You can't even see what she's wearing." Man, stop with the PR. But honestly, does this look like Kate is the queen? I'm being serious. Does this not look like her coronation? Does she not look like Queen Elizabeth when Queen Elizabeth was being coronated? Before she sat down and put that thing. Does she not look like that? She looks like the queen. Rude, tacky, dumb, all things that we think of when we think of Kate. Okay, let's move on to the next topic, right? Let's see. Okay, so here is okay, I will say Kate and William have cute kids. I don't know why everybody says Charlotte looks just like Kate. I think she has her dad's whole face. I do want to say this, right? Everybody keeps saying that Harry is not Charles's son because I guess when Harry was younger, he looked like, oh, excuse me, he looked like a wet chicken dipped in orange dye, right? His hair was all over the place before he found mold and glue and mud and knew what to do with his curls, right? Everybody used to drag him because I guess they considered Harry the ugly one when he was younger and being like, that's not Charles' child, blah, blah. Baby, Harry looks just like Prince Philip. And there's somebody on TikTok that made a Chav version of Charles and Camilla. And they took all of Charles's hair off, and you see the resemblance that he has to Harry. I want to know this. We need to be questioning, if we are questioning people's lineage, who is William's daddy? Because William don't look like Prince Philip. He doesn't look like Harry. He doesn't look like his daddy. We can't say he looks like the Windsors, maybe, but I think that not Windsors, the Spencers. I think that Charlotte has William's whole face. Charlotte's a very beautiful girl. She has another little flower crown. Looks very appropriate on her. This is the type of flower crown that Kate should have worn. Something very small, something very, like, honestly, the way Charlotte's is, Kate should have that on her head. The fact that she made it look like it was like some Daenerys, like planet Krypton Lord to it's just tacky, stupid, dumb. Again, say it with me, all adjectives we use to discuss Kate and her style. Prince Louis, he is 4 years old. 5? What? I will say this. Did they have him? Did they give him some sleep time tea? Did they give him some B complex? Did they give him what did they give him? Because this is the most least fidgety I've ever seen any 4-year-old in the world. He sat completely still through the whole service and even on the balcony. Y'all, whoever Louis his tea before Prince Louis his tea before the coronation, lock them up. Something ain't clean. Lock them up. Lock them up. If the puppy drank from that tea after Louis, the puppy is probably like out in sleepy time line. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right, let's see who's next in this mess. The kids look cute, but I will say it's sad to me that William bullied his brother only to pull his kids out and use them as props to pull attention. Imagine being this young and you have to be pulled out. One, because you need some type of glamour. Two, William and Kate are now using their kids to get press. And that's sad. Meghan and Harry we don't even know what Archie looks like now. We see a random card, but Meghan and Harry don't, right? They're saying that Kate wore McQueen and a silver headpiece to the coronation. Nobody cares. We can't even see underneath that stupid. Kate shouldn't have worn that crown. It's tacky. Okay, let's get back in. Let's see. Who do we have next? Ah, the People's King, Prince Harry. Now, listen, he is keeping that special ops force body in shape. He looks slim. He looks trim. I will say this, Meghan, start putting rosemary or a few drops of rosemary oil in the castor oil and massaging Harry's scalp. Those Windsor jeans are catching up with them, or Spencer jeans as they are, at least on the top of the head. And Harry, you're no longer a royal. We know William let his follicles completely go, but Harry, you still have time to stop the process. Now that the coronation is over, please, please just hair club for men. Just do it. Just do it. There's no shame in doing that. The same way I wear extensions and tape-ins, you can get permanent extensions and tape-ins. I do hope that Harry does rescue his hair. I do. I like this phase of Harry and Meghan. If he doesn't, a few drops of rosemary oil. If you guys didn't know, you know that stuff Rogaine. Um, Rosemary oil has been found, a few drops mixed in with castor oil, has been found to work just as good, if not better, at stimulating hair follicles, and it has none of the negative side effects that Rogaine, which is I think monoxidil, actually has. So keep that in mind. Now, let's get into it. Harry walked in that church with swagger. He was literally listening, probably earpods in his ear, like, me no worry, no worry. Listen, he got a tan. He is not looking pasty and pale. He is, listen, I will say one thing. Meghan upgraded Harry. Harry looks incredible. He walked in with a smile on his face. Interesting enough, I wonder if Anne's going to be punished for it. Anne, when she was walking in, actually gave Harry a smile, and they had a little jokey section, and Harry started cracking up laughing. They tried to play him by having him walk in. They tried to play him by um uh having him walk in with Andrew, but baby, Harry got Meghan's media training. Harry literally said, when I dip, you dip, you dip. He literally, everybody's supposed to be walking in. Harry just stood, counted to 20. Then he started walking. And every time Andrew tried to slow down, because Andrew kept looking over his shoulder, looking for Harry. Because you know, Charles was like, I'll let you come, Andrew. And maybe even stay at the Royal Lounge, but you must stick to Harry like glue. Please let me have my royal accent, okay? You must stick to Harry like glue. So Andrew literally was looking around for Harry. And every time he saw Harry went too far back, Andrew would slow down. But eventually, once they got into the church, Andrew, you look stupid. And he had no choice but to keep going. And that's when Harry just strutted in, looking at everybody. And you know, Harry had that proud look like, right? He was walking in. What's that Kanye verse? And my new girl bad. I know paparazzi mad. He was literally like, and my wife look better than yours, yours, yours. What's up, right? He literally, William had to humble himself and take a pledge of fealty. Harry was in that audience talking about some, couldn't be me. Anyway, probably texted Meghan like, yo, what's Archie doing? I'll be home in a second, boo. Literally, Archie's probably still asleep. Can't wait to see his daddy. Harry walked in, swagger on 10. Look at that little smirk. This is a smirk you happen when you know you won and it's not over. Don't forget, he's still suing Pierce Morgan. He's still blowing up the Palace's spot. And you know the one thing I do love about Harry that the royals just don't seem to get? Harry is a Virgo, and Virgos keep all of their promises. You just have to listen to them. Harry said that he took the most scandalous bits out of the book, and he has enough even for 2 or 3 more books. Harry knows all their business. Harry knows all their secrets. Harry knows all their scandals. And Harry is going to tell when and where he wants. Y'all, this is a smirk of someone that's won. And you know how you walk in and you're like, I've won so much, you don't even realize how bad I've won. You'll find out. That's that smirk where he has a few other aces in his bag. Congratulations. Listen, they made him wear the same dumb morning suit and he still shine. He still shine. That's the thing the Royals don't realize. And I get it. Everything the Royals do is for play. All the military medals that William has, Charles has, all of them, they're all fake, right? They were appointed. They got to do this and that. Their mummy gave them, they're like toy soldiers. Their mummy gave it to them. Okay. The funny thing is with Harry, Harry is actually self-made. No, don't mind wrong. He is a Nepo baby. Y'all know I love dragging Nepo babies. And he had a head start in life. But baby, he chose well with his wife, Meghan Markle. And that head start, now, baby, he finished the race and the Royals don't even realize it. The Royals see Harry walking back past and they're like, quick, ha ha, Harry, we're in front of you. And Harry's like, I finished the race like 5 days ago. I'm literally just like stretching. This is like my 3rd victory lap. And the Royals somehow don't get it. And they think they're like, oh, we inched in front of you. I'm just saying, right? Harry, what am I saying? He looks good, but you know, Meghan was not going to send her man out there looking a mess. Wasn't. I know William's fine with Kate stepping out looking a mess. You know, Meghan wasn't going to send her man out there looking a mess. Here's the thing. Meghan doesn't have a modest style anyway. My whole thing of modest is those people, church girls, you can't even see anything in their body. Meghan dresses very, she dresses on the conservative side. That's not the same as modest. She dresses conservative though. But she dresses on the fashion side of conservative. You know, like J. Crew conservative, Banana Republic conservative. But you've been to the Banana Republic store, right? It's like a sexy conservative, an Ultra Zera girl. Exactly. It is very conservative. It's very basic. When I say basics, I mean like they don't really hop on trends. And when they do, it's very subtle. You know, that woman was not sending her man out there looking bad. And you know what? I'm glad Harry came in, gave him a smirk, and did it because the British tabloids, there was no heat score. There's no heat score. All everybody's talking about is Kate's dumb dress and crown that nobody could see. Oh, look it. Here's Georgie and his brothers. That's sweet. Yes, Ellen, his replacement, Camilla's son. I'm just saying, George, I'm just saying, to anybody in the royal family, to William, if you see anybody from Camilla's family coming to talk to you while you're stepping by, while you're standing by a steep set of stairs, you better run. Don't do it. Don't play with it. Don't do it. Okay, here we have Prince Albert and the girl from Monaco. What's her name? Charlene. Charlene is a bit of so Prince Albert has a bunch of children he has outside of marriage. He loves a black woman. They are all half black. Charlene doesn't like this. Prince Albert actually had one of his sons, really cute boy. I don't know if he was a teen now, and he might actually be over 18. Had him staying in the castle. Princess Charlene literally threw him in the maid's quarters and said she didn't want to see him around on palace grounds and sorry guys, and treated him like one of the servants. So she's a piece of work too. That said, she looks a hot mess. She's not wearing nylons. Her legs are the same color as her peach dress. He looks like he hates it because he loves some melanin in his skin. The melanin gets listen, the melanin gets him going. Also, to his credit, even though he does have and he never married any of the mothers, he actually has them on his line of inheritance. Sorry, guys, I'm back. I don't know what happened. Hold on. Let me get in. I don't know what happened. We lost the signal for a second, but I'm back to wreak more havoc. Hold on. Let's do this. Let's get into this. Let me fast forward. Uh Hold on. Thank you, Anthony. I fixed the internet. Okay. Let's go. Hold on. Let's get back to the palest one of all. No, further back. Where is she at? Oh, here we go. So anyway, he's made these children, right? To Nicole said, I thought I dozed off. He's made he's made his children in the line of not succession, but in the line of inheritance. So they will be billionaires. Again, he loves melanin, so he is looking at her legs and was just like, ugh, yuck. Again, Charlene, I don't know what she was doing. Why would she match her legs to her dress? It's just like, I don't know. It's giving CSI. I don't like that look. I really honestly don't. Like, if you have a very rich complexion on your leg, and here's my thing, it's not just like the fact that her legs are pale. They have no color. They're not red, purple, blue. They're just like, I don't know. It's giving like necromonger, and he's looking like, oh God. When can I get back to my island gal? All right, y'all. Yeah, it just looks bad. Like bad. Like bad. Why don't she wear pantyhose? Or like not even pantyhose, the stuff that you spray on your legs, like spray tanner. Anyway, who's next up on our roster? Ugh, we have Pippa Middleton. Pippa looks like she is wearing the outfit Kate wore to Meghan's wedding, but instead of wearing it in almost white, like Kate is so tacky. Remember when she wore literally pretty much white to Meghan's remember when she wore white to Meghan's wedding, right? With the thing, it was this outfit. Kate wore yellow, and I mean, Pippa wore yellow. Again, I don't much have to say to anything about Pippa. Pippa minds her business. I mean, like Pippa is like a non-starter. What do y'all think? Right? Um, listen, listen. No, Sarah, don't go back. It's not the fact of the legs being that color. It's the fact of why did she match it to it just looks odd. Like doesn't compliment her. Pippa is wearing Kate's outfit that she wore to Megan's wedding. What do we have to say about Pippa? A non-starter? She keeps her head down. Yeah, exactly. Had she worn hosiery to match her dress, it would have had a monochromatic style, which would have looked a lot smarter. It looked like they forced her at gunpoint to get dressed. Queen Charlene, she's like, no. Even her hair was all slicked down. It looked like they forced her to go out there. And she was like, I don't want to go. Yeah, okay, so listen, I'm just saying, what's Pippa doing? Pippa is a non-starter for good or bad. Oh, her brother James. Remember when James got married to that French girl? And that French girl convinced him to shave his beard, to not hide behind his hair anymore. Because when I look at James Middleton, I'm like, I guess you look okay for like, like whatever, right? The Middleton family, you guys look okay, fine, right? I don't think that Kate or Pippa are great beauties, but you guys are attractive enough, right? The whole family. And she convinced James to shave his beard, and James looked like a naked mole rat. And I said, oof, you better grow that. Listen, men talk about women wearing makeup and shapewear and all this stuff. Baby, beards and hats for men. Now, sometimes, like when you look at King Philip, the King of Spain, The beard doesn't really make a difference. I'm sure he's attractive without the beard or with the beard, right? But James Middleton, oh, no, 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 no. No, 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 no. You look like a naked Mohammed. So you see, he grew that beard out as soon as possible. He probably was wondering why people in the neighborhood were like locking their doors and hiding and whatnot. Anyway, we also have ah Carol Middleton. This is going to be a very, very interesting style evolution. And when I say, I mean a war of the courts. I mean, Camilla's going to win because she has more power, but Carol is just as crafty and cunning as Camilla. However, Camilla has more power. And Williams kind of stepped away from Carol Middleton. I will say she looks good in blue. Kate looks good in blue. Whatever their colors are, maybe they're clear springs or bright springs or bright winters. Whatever the colors are, that Kate and her mommy look good in like very rich, bright colors, but rich, not like bright, like y'all know what I'm trying to say. Anyway, but as Camilla starts coming for William and Kate, I think Kate Middleton is going to become more and more and more pulling the strings, if you know what I'm saying. I see people saying the air hostess with the mostest. I see nothing wrong with coming from working class families. We actually need to like reinvent that. Like, as much as people say that people that work in supermarkets and flight attendants and this and that are like useless and they deserve to be paid nothing. We saw during the pandemic when all the smoke and mirrors cleared, who was the most important people? Oh, the people that clean the streets, the people that stock the supermarkets, the people that rank us up, the people that get the least respect in society. I actually admire Carol that she was a hostess and she worked her way up. Now, that said, that's the only points I'm going to give her because you took that to leverage it. And now you and your daughter lord over others because at the end of the day, you weren't trying to have solidarity and pull people up or at least get respect for your class. You were trying to jump into a different class so you could kick down at everybody else. I think there's a certain depravity to that. I think there's a certain depravity. Now, that said, this depraved woman, woo, she knows how to, listen, she's another little finger. That's all I'm going to say. She's another little finger. And so is Camilla. Let's see if they can survive this Game of Thrones. Let's move on. Who do we have here? Who's next? Who's next to get roasted? Who are these people? Hold on. I think this is the king and queen of Denmark, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on, y'all. I think this is the queen and king of, the Dutch queen of the Netherlands in a white detail. Okay, fine. But I will say, basically said everybody has to come dress like a garden party. It's pretty much okay. We have Beatrice and Eugenia. Wait, can you guys see this? There's Beatrice and her husband, right? Beatrice is pregnant. Not going to say anything about her. I will say that, like, you literally sold your soul and was singing, hugging Pierce Morgan to kiss the ring so you can get an invite to this mess. Baby, I hope that selling your soul was worth it. This girl looks okay. Again, it's boring, it's old, it's tacky, it's stained, it's dried. But for the occasion, that is the dress code. She looks okay. I will say this. I like the wave in the hair, the hat. I'm not into British fashion. I will say this though. Um, this is why the monarchy is falling. There is no like, let's move on. The EU royalty houses really dropped the ball on this. But again, I think they like that staid and tacky. This is Emma Thompson. Dame Emma Thompson. She has established herself as a monarchist. I will not be seeing any more of her movies. Let's move on. Katy Perry, you too. Because again, no, ooh, look who we have. Now here is a showstopper. Showstopper. Every time I see Queen Letizia arrive, I just hear that Dignity King song Oh, the boys sigh. We don't that. Do you guys know Showstopper by Danity Kane? Showstopper, we're in the club. We turning up. The boys stop. We won't quit. Showstopper, showstopper. The boys smile. We smile back. Queen Latifah will always deliver a look, and I love every single time she's doing something in the UK. She is rolling her eyes or acting like these peasants. You know the funny thing is, Kate is so busy stealing from Meghan. The person you should be stealing from is Queen Latifah, because if you steal from Meghan, Sussex Squad, it's going to drag you. Kate, you can't get away with it. Queen Latifah, though, you can steal from her. You can. Seriously, who's going to drag you to Spanish people? I mean, probably, but Kate doesn't care. I'm just saying, this is a way you should literally look at Queen Latifah's look from the last 3 years. And Kate, this could be your mood board. I do think that Meghan dresses more current and trendy with Leticia, but Kate, this is how you do it. Look at this. Look, even while she's walking, she's showing off her shoes. This mama knows, she knows what she's doing. There, I will say, I think out of Europe, I think the Spanish has the most attractive royal family. Their kids are actually absolutely gorgeous. Now, I know his father got in trouble for robbing Spain blind, and I know. We're not going to talk about that, but Philip looks fantastic and Leticia looks really, really good. But I like 95% of the things she wears for somebody who is an actual like monarch. Again, I do think that the royal family in UK is going the way of the royal family in Spain. I'm not saying they don't do anything, but you know, you know. Anyway, let's see. Let's see. Who do we have next? We'll get through these other people. This is Denmark, I think. Yeah, this is the Crown Prince of Denmark and Crown Prince Frederick of Denmark. Now, I want to say this. I think this purple looks really good on her, and the coat dress. I think she looks nice. I like it. I like it. For some reason, does anyone know why Kate doesn't care for Mary of Denmark at all? She's always doing very ignorant things to her and not inviting her to places. I wonder why that is. Mary looks good. The purple looks good, but let's get to somebody that has some flavor. Again, all the EU fashion houses, and this is Sophie, hereditary princess of Liechtenstein, and Elos, hereditary prince of Liechtenstein. They are, I think, the richest royal family in Europe. Um, uh, uh, the prince and princess of Liechtenstein. Oh my God, what is on his face? Is that self tanner? They really love the self tanner and the blush. How do I rank this? One, she's wearing kitten heels. Death to her. No hosiery, but her legs are the same shade as Charlene's. But do you see how she made it so it didn't look like it was bringing all the death out? That said, she looks dumb. Let's move on. The color's okay, but this looks dumb. Oh, here we go. We have somebody giving us some flavor. We has Masenate Mahato Siiso, Queen of Lesotho and King Letsi III of Lesotho. Listen, I love it. At least she's given us something. Actually, most of the visiting royalty that was outside of Europe actually gave something. Now, this is given a moment. The hat, I mean, listen, all the hats will always look stupid to me. They're Americans, but I like the way it's like two-tone. She really put some thought into this. She's color blocking. She has the cream flower. She has the clutch. Very smart. I like the shape of the clutch with it. And look at on her shoulder, on her arms, right? She's not wearing a shawl, but the fabric on the arms are wrapped. That's not an accident. The fabric on the arm is draped, so it looks like there is a shawl on her arm. You're getting that same effect. I love the floaty effect, and I love this color on her. I think this looks good. I think it looks good. Now things are starting to get a little spicy, right? Because the EU houses are like, "Ugh, plain, yucky, right? So who else? We're adding some flavor to this. Now we have Queen Jets. Wait, hold on. Did I mess up Queen Jetsoon? Hold on. I actually liked her. Let's get past the yuckies. Nope, a little bit too far. Hold on, guys. Okay. You're gonna have to bear with me on this. Okay, hold on. There we go. We have Queen Jetsun Pima and King Jigme Kis Kisar. Excuse me if I'm not pronouncing this. Namgyel Wangchuk of Bhutan. Okay, she's giving a look. Love it. They're wearing coordinated traditional looks. I love it when people wear the traditional stuff. Let those colonizers know. Let those colonizers know. Let them know. I love it. He's wearing traditional garb. I don't know why he's wearing those black socks with those shoes. I am pretty sure that's not traditional, but maybe the traditional garb is for him to be barefoot. I don't know. I love the draping. It's a look. Honestly, Kanye gonna be walking around in this next week. I love the queen, that new clutch, right? She knows she's putting on a fashion show. She's moving her clutch so you can see it. The diamonds, the pearls, and the draping. The lilac looks very pretty. The traditional gear looks pretty. Let's see, who else do we have? Ooh, Thailand. You know Thailand was going to show up and show out. And there's one thing that Thai people are going to do is come with the finery, come with the hoo hoo hoo, come with the rah rah rah. Listen, listen, I will say, who said this? Hold on. Ba 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 ba. This ba 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 ba. Listen, Duchess Swan said, when people that can't dress talk about other people that can't dress. Yes, let's see. Let's get her out of here. Yes, mama. This is how much see, mama, you guys don't understand. This is how much respect I have for the royal family. You must be crazy thinking for 1 second that I was going to do any type of dress up to pay homage for these colonizers. You guys are lucky I combed my hair and did makeup. You guys are lucky. I'm just saying, like, please understand what this is. Me putting on all the bells and whistles is a sign of respect. I refuse to. I will not. You are not my mommy. You are not my daddy. And this is the respect the colonizers get. I'm sorry. Do better, and you'll see me actually do the bells and whistles. Until then, baby, again, you're lucky I comb my hair. You're lucky I comb my hair. Listen. Okay, here we go. um uh uh Queen, and also and I would like to say to everybody, can you, whoever wants to defend the monarchy, please go to your YouTube channel and defend them. It is the height of internet rudeness to come to somebody else's home. You have your voice. There's millions of you. Go to your platform and go defend the monarchy. Pick up Kate. I'm not going to be in your live feed. I don't care. Anyway, you know the ties, right? You know the ties are going to show up. So this is Queen Sotita of Thailand and King Vajiralongkorn of Thailand. Baby, the finery, the jewels, the draping, everything you see them wearing is a jewel. Baby, and listen, yes, he got his medals his daddy gave him, but look at her. That little traditional, I forget what it's called, is nipped and tucked within an inch of his life. It was woven by elves. Look at this. There is literally metallic thread, and I'm willing to guess it's actually real silver metallic thread woven into the what do you call it? A swati woven into the fabric part on the bottom. Look at the gold encrusted case. This is all real jewels, by the way. Look at that bracelet. Cartier could never. Look at all the insignia dripping in diamonds. Even her sash, what looks like it has actual gold metallic thread. I mean, real gold and silver, which you the sash, literally the diamonds. Look, oh my God. This girl has a blue sapphire and diamond pendant that is this big. Look at her. I can see why she's giggling too. She's looking at Charles and Camilla's jewels and was like, that's cute. Anyway, honey, what are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing? I hope, literally, look at this. She got her luscious hair ahead. You know, Thai people are always going to say, look, the sapphires, the diamonds, everything. Just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay. So she did that, but we already knew. That's why they're laughing at them. Who do we have next up? She is my favorite, Princess Layla Marume. What is it? Miriam of Morocco. She is next to my heart. I believe Morocco is one of the top 3 richest royal families. I believe their combined worth is 200 billion. She does not care, and she is cold. She does not care. She's like, "What is this mess with his coming to see somebody's side chick get anointed? Why is it so?" She is cold, and she is not playing. She does not care. Mama is like, like, no, she is me. Again, I'm not showing deference to who, what, for what? For you? No, 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 no. She is cold. She bundled up. She doesn't care. She is moving on. She can't wait to leave. And probably she's the one that lost having to come to the coronation. Why do I feel like everybody in Morocco family was like, no, you can go. And they flipped a coin and she's the one that got there. And they're just laughing while she's just like, God, and it's cold. Nobody else in the family came to this mess except for her. And she has a shawl on again. Oh, wait, hold on. Her dad is very racist. Thank you for telling me that. Let's move on. Let's move on then. Thank you. So let's move on. Yes, thank you. You guys, if there's anybody that I'm bigging up that, oh, I hate when I do this. If there's anybody I'm bigging up that is problematic, please let me know. So please let me know so I can get them the heck out of here. Okay. Oh, there we go. Okay. This is the Queen of Belgium and the King of Belgium. Um, wow, what nice devils they look like. If you know anything about Belgium in the history of Africa, they are awash in blood money. We will move on. They look dumb. I do like that hot pink sash she's wearing, but who cares? We're gonna have to move on. Ah, look at our American First Lady Jill Biden and Finnegan. I will say one thing about the Bidens. They are a very, very attractive family. Joe, Jill, the kids, even Hunter's crazy self. They are a really attractive family. She wore Ralph Lauren. That's right. Big up to American designers. And she came with her granddaughter, Finnegan, who was wearing a yellow dress from Marcarian. Is that an English designer? I don't know. Listen, she looks like what the hell? Yellow. I don't know if that is her color. I don't know why she wore yellow, but I will say that they look very, very good. And I'm glad that Joe Biden stood 10 toes down and said, baby, I'm Irish. I'm not going to that coronation. And I don't care what you got to say. He just opened a mall in Ireland. That's how much he can't stand the British. He opened a mall in Ireland and didn't care. And he said, and no, I don't care what y'all got to say. Listen, now Jill has aged beautifully, but this is my whole thing with Jill. Jill is how you age. Now, hear me out before there's no right or wrong way to age. I do, however, think that in 15 years, we're going to look at the time span between 2010 and 2024 and see mass insanity that filters caused. The fact that people are so scared of looking like they had the blessing of living their life. I know I drag Camilla, but I drag Camilla for who she is inside, not for like her wrinkled face. That is a badge of honor, baby. You made it. Congratulations. You made it. Life is tough. You made it. The fact that women, especially men too on the low, but mostly women, are literally in 40 years old fighting tooth and nail to compete with a 20-year-old, it's insane to me. And you guys would rather look like, right? The swelled up cheeks. Then just look like a beautiful woman of your age. Age is sexy. Age is hot. Age shows that not only did you make it, but you won. This game called like life force, the one thing that everything in this universe is fighting for. You had it and you made it. In the last 15 years, there has been mental illness. Again, do whatever you want. But the fact that people are literally walking around looking like kitty cats, what in the world? And you think that's better than walking in the thing looking like Jill Biden? And again, Maybe Joe Biden is like, maybe she has done like a listen, do what you want because when I get that age, I'll do what I want. But the fact that you'd rather look like a gross caricature of a human than have a wrinkle, this reminds me of when we remember we were younger and you'd be in the store with your mom and dad and you saw people in the grocery store like the Joan Rivers facelifts that just looked like because in their minds looking like you had a mask stretched over your face was better was better was better than having one wrinkle. This is just a new version of like that Joan Rivers facelift. Everybody, what I'm not trying to drag Joan Rivers. I know what happened was tragic. People called her ugly all her life. This is not a drag, but that style of facelift is the 2000s with the cat. That is the new version of that. It is insanity. It is, and plus, if anybody is thinking about doing stuff to your face, just wait. Plastic surgery technology always gets better, 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 better. Get it when you need it, but wait as long as possible because there's always going to be some new information, you know? Yeah. Listen, again, I think it's misogyny too. I think it's patriarchy. The fact that if a woman looks like she's lived life, if a woman looks like she has wisdom, if a woman looks like she's knowledgeable, if a woman looks like she can handle stuff, if a woman looks like she can handle, all of a sudden that's ugly. Because that's what ages, people don't realize. And this is what, like, I know, like the Kardashian, they don't realize people, the people that idolize youth, the men that idolize youth. Listen, in this day and age where people taking care of themselves, a 40-year-old looks like a 20-year-old. It's hard to tell who's who anymore. Why will you never have the thing? Because what do they love about 20-year-olds? They love the naivety. They love the stupidity. They love the innocence. They love it. They feed off of it like vampires. They love the fact that they can come and run games on you, mentally torture you, have you waiting, tell somebody in front, run game on you. That's what they love. So no matter how beautiful you are as a 40, 50, 60, 70, 80-year-old, you could be 10 times beautier than a 20-year-old. The 20-year-old is always going to rank higher to them because do you know what the 20-year-old has? Naivety, gullibility. I'm not saying 20-year-olds are stupid, but come on. A 50-year-old can run game on a 20-year-old. We all know it, right? Imagine dating like your children. You're looking at them like, oh God, like we can really get over on you. You know what I'm dating someone that, sorry, the age of your children. Let me stop. But y'all get what I'm saying, right? That's why they love young girls. And as soon as it's not when like Leonardo DiCaprio, as soon as a girl hits 25, he throws it away. It's not because of the beauty or looks. It's because she's no longer stupid. It's because she got fed up with his games. It's because now she looks at him and she's like, just stop with your bullshit. And he's like, time to rewind. That's why. So it shocks me that there are women trying to compete with 20-year-olds when aging is hot as hell. It's hot. It is. It's gorgeous. But let me stop. But it is. Aging is a beautiful thing. And the minute we start as women saying that, men are going to have to follow along. Because, baby, if everybody that's 40 actually looks like they're 40, do you want this 40-year-old snatch or not? If everybody that is 50 looks like they're 50, do you want, if everybody is 60, do you want, if everybody's 70, it's like men will follow the lead. They might push back, but they'll follow the lead. Because, baby, there's not enough 20-year-olds in the world that want y'all. That's what nobody says. Does a 20-year-old want to be with a 50-year-old? Because when I was 20, yuck. Ugh. Listen, like I always said, I'll date a 60-year-old when I'm 85. All right, y'all, let's get into this, right? let's get into this, right? Okay, so um where are we at? Who else do we have? We're winding up. We got the OG thriller in Manila, Princess Anne, Prince Philip's road dog. This was the son, right? That Prince Philip and King Philip prayed for. We got Princess Anne, the realest and the dealest, right? Even though she wore a ceremonial garb, she is Charles's right-hand man. I will say one thing about Princess Anne. She seems to be loved by everybody. She's cool with Harry. Charles gave her a huge position of honor. William was cool with her. You know, Anne just like trots her horses out and sleeps with Camilla's husband. Y'all didn't know Anne and Camilla were in a tug of war with Camilla Parker Bowles' husband, Tom Bowles. Anne wanted to marry him. He ended up marrying Camilla, but that was Anne's longtime plaything before she actually got married. Little royal gossip. Everybody loves Anne except for Camilla. All right, let's go. Here's what's her name? Beatrice. Beatrice is auditioning to be a working royal. Okay, it's never gonna happen because Charles hates Andrew, but she keeps playing herself, hoping that will happen. Eugenia, she kinda has, like, something going on with private equity and her husband, but Beatrice really wants to be back in the royal fold. Unfortunately, Camilla's kids are gonna be made working royals before she is. I'm just saying. She looks alright. Oh, who's this? Oh, Queen Rania of Jordan and Abdul II of Jordan. All right, mama, I see what you're doing. And I like it. Y'all, I like it. I like it. Now, this is what I mean. She's just conservative, but not modest. You can see the curve of the hip. The legs are hitting. She got her, what are these, Jimmy Choos on. She looks pretty. She looks pretty. Mama said, I am not dimming my shine. She looks pretty and does not care. Okay. Why are they wearing yellow? Does that mean something? Probably, but we don't care. Ah, here we go. The Crown Prince, uh, Fumihito of Japan and Crown Princess Kiko. Very beautiful traditional garb. Very beautiful traditional garb on him. I do wish he had worn traditional garb, but maybe this is traditional at this point in Japan. Really beautiful traditional garb on her. Listen, Kanye, the slipper socks. I keep saying that everybody thinks Kanye's a genius. He is, but a lot of stuff you are just taking from things that you saw in Japan. The slipper socks, I love it. The kimono is hidden. She looks gorgeous, very well maintained. They look like they think this is a joke. Yes, everybody wish happy birthday to Prince Archie. Now we have the Prince and Princess of Serbia. Um, okay, sure. Let's move on. Why not? Oh, here we have Prime Minister Rishi Sunak and wife Akshata Murthy. Let's see what she's doing. They look nice. They look nice. She has a really baby face. Really pretty woman. I've actually never seen his wife. She looks nice, which is to say they look dumb. I hate British style. Let's move on. Is anybody giving us something exciting? We have the Crown Prince of Greece and Crown Princess of Greece, or as we like to point out, oh God, why do I keep doing that? Or as we like to point out, we have Charles's cousins. Oh, y'all didn't know Philip was an old head. His whole family loved the third right. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So anyway, we have Philip's cousins, Marie Chantal, and Queen Anne-Marie, Pavos, and Philip's cousins. I mean it. Philip was his whole family, Nazi supporters, and these are his cousins. Okay. So cool. Um, who else? Let's look at Zara Phillips. She's another one. She's a king's niece. That was a queen's favorite. And I messed up again. Okay, you guys, we are having technical difficulties. Let's get into this. Hold on. This is the last time I'll mess up, I promise. As it was. So next we have, oh my God. Is this going backwards? Am I in a parallel universe? Okay. Next we have Zara Phillips. Zara, she looks dumb. I hate when she wears that hat to the top. It just looks so dumb to me. Her husband is a piece of swine, literally. That was the queen's favorite granddaughter. Let's see how that goes in Charles' reign. The king and queen of Sweden. I love the royal blue. It looks nice, but Sweden are also OG colonizers, so we'll move past them. We also have the Prince of Norway and the Princess of Norway. Another colonizer bloodline. She either wore nylons on her legs or she actually got like some type of tanning lotion. This is, I think, what Charlene was trying to do on her legs, but she tried and failed. But again, Something about the way Charlene looked, it looks like they forced her to come out and make a royal appearance. Next, we have Tamim bin Ahmad Al Thani and Dwar bin Hamad bin Suham Al Thani. They are the wife of Amir of Qatar. So the family of Qatar, I think it's worth 3 or 400 billion. I think they are the richest royal family in the world. Really nice. I love the way that they literally are giving a nod to their culture with the dress code. I love the overcoat. I love the ornate diamonds. She looks good. Now, again, I know probably Qatar and all of them are super racist, but we're gonna go on because at this point, this is the colonizer grand. Um, Oh, we have Justin Trudeau and Sophie Trudeau. Now, a lot of people really like Justin. He has a very problematic, downright hateful past with the actual Native Americans that live in Canada. He needs to fix that. They look young, they look good. Sophie's outfit looks dumb to me, though. Those sleeves that are mid lift that are sheer, and it looks like it doesn't fit her right. It looks like it's pulling. This looks stupid. Her hat looks dumb too. Let me see. But maybe this is some English colony stuff that we don't understand. Because to me, it looks dumb. I hate those it just looks dumb. I don't like sheer bell sleeves. Like, Sophie, what is you doing? But again, they are a British colony, so I guess? Or is Canada French? No, there's a British side of Canada too, right? Wait, they say Justin Trudeau is the son of Fidel Castro. Did y'all ever see Fidel Castro? I see a little resemblance, but he is not stunting like his daddy. Wait, no, sorry. Maybe he is the son of Fidel. I was thinking Che Guevara. Okay, never mind. Maybe he is the son of Fidel. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking Che Guevara. I was like, he is not the son of Che Guevara, right? Oh, uh next we have hold on, Her Majesty and His Majesty. Hold on, it's a long one. Let me get into their names. I have their names written down. Next, we have beautiful ornate work, though. His Majesty Yang Di Pertun Anag Al Sultan Abdullah Riyatuddin Al Mustafa Bilal Shah and Her Majesty Raha Permasari Agong Tunku Haja Aziz Amin Maimuna Askandaria of Malaysia. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love so if you guys don't know, Malaysia is primarily an Islamic state. I love the way that she gave a nod to her culture and that she wore her headscarf, especially in London, where people are literally women are being assaulted by grown men for having headscarves on. It's actually really shameful in the UK. I love that she repped her set, her religion, and her culture. I love the ornateness of her outfit. You know, everything is fine, jewels dripping, dripping, dripping on them. I love it. I don't think the yellow suits her complexion, though. I'll be honest with you. But I love the fact that she's repping her culture. I would have picked a different color besides yellow. I don't think yellow is her color. Um, who else do we have? We have, um, okay, y'all. There we go. What did y'all think of the coronation? I thought it was a hot mess. William, Kate, all of them are going to rue the day that they made this deal with the devil, but William doesn't seem to care. So I don't know, y'all. George and his grandfather. I think the only reason George was allowed in there is because Camilla's family took such a prominent role that there's no way. I will say it once, and Kate looks pretty right there. Good work on the Botox, Kate. That's Kate's Botox. It works out until she starts trying to like move her face. The kids look cute. I think that William and Kate are going to pay for looking like the royal family and pulling attention away from Charles and Camilla. But that said, good job, Kate, because anytime someone can antagonize either one of them, I love the in forest, right? Kate does look severe and grumpy. I think that one of the reasons Kate Oh, the yellow color is symbolizes the royal color in Malaysia. Ah, thank you, Chester. Okay, so that's why she wore yellow. Okay, well, good job with the wearing yellow. Um, Now, before we go, I just want to let you guys know. Um, um, get this: Harry arrived, walked in a loop to make sure folks saw him, sat down, and then bounced immediately after. Right. Moreover, so Anderson Cooper, while he was covering it, said there just doesn't seem to be any joy. If it's this grim in public, imagine how miserable it was behind closed doors. That was for the balcony appearance. Let me pull up the balcony appearance. Everybody seemed like really annoyed and really miserable on the balcony appearance. Let's let that play for a moment. Everybody seemed really annoyed and super, super, super miserable for the balcony appearance. Um, they're saying that William and Kate and the kids all had major fight in the car energy from all four of them. Somebody said this has been one of the strangest royal ceremonies I've ever seen. No one except Camilla seems particularly happy, and Harry is the only other person even bothering to make an attempt at it. They said the tension between Will and Kate was palpable today. Serious 1990s um, Diana and Charles vibes. And of course, no one in the media will discuss it. And oh my God, look at this. Look at this. Do you know who this is? This is Rose Hannerby, William's alleged side chick. Kate copied Rose Hannaberry's tiara look for the coronation. Kate never has an original idea. I really think she really just gets I really just think she gets off on like antagonizing the women she doesn't like by completely copying everything they have. They're saying that 40 years of scheming paid off. This was a mess. Long live King Charles. You guys, I just want to show you guys really one thing really quick. Can you guys see it? Look at Kate's face here. She looks miserable. This is miserable. This is miserable. Miserable. Any case, you guys, listen. Prince of Wales was looking because he was furious that the Prince of Wales had not taken his seat and they were the last ones to arrive to pull fate. And Kate is mad that she can't wear any of the Queen's jewels. Again, Kate, um, Kate's in trouble. Camilla will get her revenge. They will not take this lying down, right? Listen, again, I find it odd that they had, again, a black chorus singing, but everybody was laughing and giggling at Meghan's wedding that she had a black preacher performing. Remember when Kate and Camilla were laughing at the black preacher talking about the Lord? Yeah. But listen, Will had two lines written, but so did Charles. Charles read from Carl's too. When they were like, "Do you pledge?" "I do." They would hold a car up in front of him and he would say, "I do." They all read from place cards, all of them. There was no pomp and circumstance. You guys, listen, this is going to be a mess, right? But long live it. Long live the mess. All I have to say is, couldn't it happen to more evil people? You guys, thank you for joining for the Royal Roast. Listen, this was a dry drag roast. What do you want to happen? They are dry as saltines and just as stale. There is no flavor, no oomph. And this is why this is probably the last coronation that has any significance that we will see in our lifetimes. By the time William is it, they are going to be nothing but puppet shows. And the BBC will probably be airing Love Island at the same time they're doing the coronation. It's a wrap. Harry has been up, right? Harry has left. As soon as the coronation was over, he got up and he went back. He was on a plane right now and going back home to his family. He did the bare minimum. He did not give them a picture, not a show. He smiled, laughed, was smug, and he rolled the F out. You guys, I hope this was entertaining. If this is the future of the monarchy, it's donezo. And Camilla, you can bring your grandkids in all you want. You literally You literally rearranged the chairs on the Titanic because at the end of the day, Camilla, you were the iceberg. Hats off to Camilla to destroying something that should have gone down a long time ago. I do also want to say, right? We're going to wait for Meghan and Harry because you know they're going to have a big announcement this week because their whole lives are big announcements. And I'm going to be waiting for Camilla to actually hit back. I'll do a double post if more news comes up. And also, you guys, let me know if you want me to start posting 2-3 stories a day because you guys know I stand the royal gossip, but I just don't know how much you guys actually want to hear about it. Camilla did destroy the monarchy. So for that, I salute you, Queen. Listen, make sure you guys wait. Who is this? How hard is it to learn lines? That's why they hate me. Exactly, because it shows how I had a job. Before you guys go, listen, don't leave yet. I have a story. I had a job like this one time where I went in there doing all these things. They actually ended up firing me. Do you know why? Because I was too efficient. They fired me because I made them look bad. I'm not joking. The output I was supposed to do was maybe 5 or 6 a day. I was banging out 20, 30 because why not? And they fired me. They fired me and they even accused me of faking what I did because they had to keep it up for why they were doing such a low background, right? Oh, yes, Anthony, the Royal Podcast is dropping. Y'all know I've been traveling a lot, but I am going to get back to work. I'm back. You guys have me back for at least the next 2 months before I kick off another 6-month holiday. Okay. Oh, you said all I want is the royal gossip. Did I say all of it? Yes. Okay, Taj. I'll give y'all what y'all want. I'll start pumping out 2 stories a day, one in the morning for my overseas and one like, mid-afternoon or late afternoon for American. And that way, when you guys wake up, you'll always have 2, we'll do that. Also, you guys, please if you've been visiting my channel, please subscribe. You guys know I'm trying to get to 200K. I really appreciate you guys' support. I want to really grow. I have a lot of cool things I want to roll out. But I want to get my numbers up first. But I do have a lot of cool things that I am going to roll out regardless of whether or not I get my numbers. But I would appreciate you guys subscribe. You know how it goes. It's YouTube, baby. You know how it works. Okay, I will. Okay, so you guys really do love. Thank you, Rim. You guys like and subscribe. So you guys really do love. Thank you, Anthony. He said his goal is to get me to 1 million. Here's my goal. Take over. And then we can really stick it to Charles and Camilla. We'll have a megaphone. Not my king. Not my king. Not my king. Listen, you said it wasn't entertaining, but it's okay. It's not your fault. You're pulling water out of a rock. Sussex squad, stand up. And listen, squaddies, hit the like button on the way out so we can spread this to as many people. Legs said, love your podcast, Tisa. I always watch. Thank you so much, Legs. Listen, you said the Sussex squad will promote pro-sexist channels. Thank you. Yeah, listen, because it was touch and go when I was like, why would Harry go to London? I literally was like punching the air. But listen, they made the right choice. They made the right choice. They didn't even let them breathe. They made the right choice. And Harry left as soon as he could. To me, that's the bigger insult, where this is the biggest prime of your life. And I don't even want to be a part of it. They think this is the epitome, the hot to tot. And Harry was like, yeah, meh, bye, everybody. And he got on a plane. We couldn't even be bothered. Listen, congratulations, Harry. Congratulations, Meghan. They are growing and growing. Nagai Israelite, aka the Black Cougar, 1959. I know that's right, Mama. You better get on that plow. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you so much, right? Yeah, girl, me and you either. I would have never watched Alone either. But I literally, I was going to skip all this because I was like dry, boring, stupid. But then I was like, no, I promised y'all I was going to come live. And it's actually turned out to be really, really fun. I'm going to go and read all the comments and get into the comments and respond to y'all. But Sussex Squad all day. There will be another video later today to recap all the drama that we didn't see. But yeah, Camilla and Charles are mad at William and Kate. Kate and William need to sit down. Y'all, you're not playing with Harry and Meghan because Harry and Meghan have morals and scruples. Camilla be like, oh, I'm going to treat you like your mama. can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see it. You guys, subscribe, like, hit that like button if you can. A subscription, once I get to 200K, we can help catfish YouTube together. Let's get to 200K and then you can unsubscribe. Deal? Let's catfish YouTube. All right, you guys, let's get it. Listen, they're about to disintegrate from all the hate in their hearts. Look at this. This is what they look at this. Behold the kingdom. Behold. And all they had to do was just not be racist. Lottie, thank you so much for the super sticker. Thank you. You guys, if you like the live, 2 hours of nonstop commentary and ranting for the first 20 minutes, but hit that like button on your way out, or even if you're watching this on replay, gang. All right, guys, thank you so much. Talk to you guys later. Bye.